Hello. Sorry about the lower form of quality. My camera is actually screwed up. Hopefully, I can get it working again. But I was actually planning to take a break next week anyway. I'm not gonna post anything next week. Maybe the following week. Um, and hopefully, I can get my camera working by then. If not, I'm just gonna have to stick with this format for a while. I apologize in advance for that. But yeah. That being said, time to do another collection video. I'm gonna be looking at some of my game magazines and stuff that I've been collecting for the past number of years. Even though I'm kind of slowed down a bit on this, I think when I look at this big stack I got here, I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. I mean, because it's important to, like any form of retro collecting, it's always important to shop around. Um, there is actually a video game monthly magazine that I saw on eBay that I kind of have my eyes on, but that's beside the point. It's on there for a good price, so I was like, might add to that to a collection. I haven't really decided yet. Anyway, before we get to the game magazines and stuff, first we're gonna do a couple of strategy guides. They're all actually upside down, so sorry if I have to look at it before I show it off to you. But the first we have the strategy guide for the first Dead Rising game because when I got this, it was used, so it's in kind of rough shape. But when I first, this was God like probably over 10 years ago or something. It was back when I was more into achievement hunter, so I was looking for a number of the achievements, like getting all the people survivors out of the magazine and like all the psychopaths and stuff like that. So that's part of the reason I got the strategy guide. Never got it for any of the others, but that's beside the point. Then we have the strategy guide for Pokemon Gold and Silver, Gen 2. I've had this for, God, I think I was in 7th grade when this came out. I remember I got these two games and then, like, a Razor Scooter. Remember Razor Scooters? Another one of those fads of the early 2000s. But yeah, I still got that. That's still my favorite generation. And the strategy guide for Pokemon Stadium 2. I'm not sure what the point of this was. It might have been a Christmas gift or something. I don't know. The strategy guide for Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. I always liked the style of the Game Boy Advance Pokemon games. I got that when the games first came out, Gen 3, if you will. And the strategy guide for Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Again, the only Fire Emblem game that I bought the strategy guide for. I think this was, I forget exactly why I got it. I think it was just because I was looking for how to recruit some of the characters, even though with later games I kind of figured it out on my own. But there's a lot of cool illustrations and stuff in here too, so. Now let's get into the game magazines. First we have Game Pro, which is unfortunately in kind of rough shape. It's got Battletoads on the cover and some neat little reviews in here of different games and whatnot. But I was going to kind of skim through them. This was issue number January 93. Next we have number March of 93. Again, some great. Ooh, it's all. Oh, that's right. There's a Sonic the Hedgehog poster in here, still intact. I might take that out and put it somewhere. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, to be more precise. Next, we have March of '95 with Killer Instinct on the cover. It's a classic title. That's still fun to play too. There's a lot of good covers of games in here, or reviews, I should say. Like, I think this is actually where I first learned about what the hell was it called, Killer Instinct, or it might have been Nintendo Power. I can't remember. Although, yeah, I still remember when that came out in the arcade. Next we have November of '95, which is, I think this one's a lot of like fighting games. Oh no, maybe not. It's just because it has Virtua Fighter on the cover. Talks about Yoshi's Island and such. Now we have Volume 7, Number 12. Okay, what happened to the months? But Donkey Kong Country 2 on the cover, which is a classic. Some great reviews in here of different games. So I'm not going too deep into detail. Some of these I will go into more details. And then we have June of '97 with Tekken 3 on the cover. That takes me back. Mace. I think there's a review of that in here, which that's actually a. I remember my brother renting that, and it was a cool game at the time, but it hasn't really aged well. And there's an ad for something. I remember this. I never played it, but I remember reading about it. Fighter Mega Mix, which was basically like all different fighting game with all different Sega characters. You could actually play as the Daytona USA car, which was kind of funny. Nintendo, Sega really ought to revisit that concept, make like a a platform fighter type game like Smash Brothers. Next we have September of '97, raised by Castlevania Symphony Night on the cover, which is such a great game. And funny thing, there's a little ad in here, if you will, for Dynasty Warriors. Back when Dynasty Warriors was a fighting game. This one I haven't gotten around to reading yet, but this was October of 2000. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on there. And we get into Nintendo Power, which this next to Game Pro is my favorite game magazine. The first one is, the hell is it? Volume 16, which the cover was falling apart, so I had to tape it back together. And we have Volume 20, Mega Man 3. Probably my favorite Mega Man NES title. Maybe there's a review of Gremlins in here. Gremlins 2. Or maybe it's something else, I don't know. Whoops. Volume 21. This one's cool, because it has, right when you open it, it's a walkthrough of TMNT 2, the arcade game. Some other little great things in there. This one I remember my brother having when I was a kid. Volume 24. This is which has Vice Project Doom on the cover, and I think that's the first walkthrough in here. Yes, it is. Which, that's a very good game. And it was funny, I remember when that was added to Nintendo. Oh yeah, there's a comic for Battletoads in here. I remember when Vice Project Doom was added to Nintendo Switch Online, and people were like, oh, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. These games look terrible and stuff. Like, Vice Project Doom is an amazing. It's because it's a hidden gem. That's probably why people are like, oh, never heard of it. So therefore, never heard of the game. Therefore, it sucks. But that's an awesome game. It still holds up pretty well. The physical card is very expensive too. Actually, I gotta give RGT85 credit, because when he did a video on it, he said that he mentioned that too. He's like, that's actually a really good game though. I played it a while back, so praise to him. And I think this was actually the first one I bought, Volume 27, which was it's kind of an interesting looking Dr. Wily. But yeah, this was when they started releasing like Mega Man games for the Game Boy. That was the first one, Dr. Wily's Revenge. At least I think it was. Then we have Volume 39 with Mario Paint on the cover, and there's little walkthroughs in that and stuff. Or stuff. Yeah, unfortunately that game hasn't really aged well. It was fun for the time. And we have Volume 42 with Super Star Wars on the cover. That's a classic game. And there's a Zelda comic in here. Yeah, they actually, those two comics, like from Nintendo Power, those like, the Mario and the Zelda, actually there's a Mario comic in here too. If I can find it again. Oh, Legend of Zelda 2, the 6 golden coins. I mean, Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins. For the Super Mario Adventures and the Zelda comics, they actually made those into graphic novels. Now if they could just do it with the other ones, like Metroid and Star Fox, that would be great. This was always one of my favorites. Volume 44. One of the reasons this was one of my favorites because there's a lot of Mega Man stuff in here. Let's see, there's, among other things too, like, is that Firepower 2000, I believe? Or Firepower 2000, excuse me. Wait, yep, it is, that's a great game. This Mickey's Magical Quest, funny little Mario and Wario comic. Here we go. We have, first there's Mega Man 3 for the Game Boy. Then we have the Mega Man Enemies Robot Design Contest. I always loved looking at these. If they ever do make like Mega Man 12, 13, etc., and Mega Man X, 9, and so on, they should bring that contest back. And then there was Mega Man 5 for the NES. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite issues right here, if not my most favorite issue. Then we have Volume 46. Buster Bunny Bust Loose. I think there's a Star Fox comic in here. Unless I'm thinking of another one, maybe. Nope, there it is, Star Fox comic. Yeah, put that on a graphic novel, would you? It's way cool, though. Here's a good one. Volume 49. This was actually in really good condition when I got it, but then the friggin' cat took a bite out of it. It's got Battletoads, Double Dragon, another Star Fox comic, because, you know, it was like a continuation type of thing. What issue was this again? Oh, yeah, 49. Then we have Volume 53, which has Yoda on the cover. Some Nestor comics. Another... Oh, wait, is that Star Fox or is it Metroid? Nope, Star Fox again. Comics, that is. Now we had... Well, I did a video about this last year where I said I'm pretty sure... 94 was literally like the best year for the Super Nintendo, in my opinion. There was so many great games that were released for the system, and it was a great year for Nintendo Power too. Like volume number 56, which was graced by, you know, it's that weird Mega Man X cover, like the special thing, yeah. But yeah, there's a walkthrough of Mega Man X in here. There's Magic Eye pictures. This was like a special one. It was a Battletoads Double Dragon was in here. A walkthrough of that. Ant-Man the Animated Series for Game Boy. There's a preview for Super Metroid. Great issue right there. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of issues from 94. Take this one, for example. I think this was May. It's volume 60, which talks about Super Metroid. I don't think it's really a walkthrough. It's just like a little thing about it. There's also a Metroid comic. And there was a... They talk about King of Dragons in here. There's a review of that, which I love that game. Not as good as the arcade version, but the SNES port is pretty good, too. And we have... I remember my brother having this one, I think. Volume 61. Has stuff like Clay Fighter and Fatal Fury. Another Metroid comic. Super Street Fighter 2. On the cover it is. This is volume 62. You know, it's Super Street Fighter 2. Oh, there's an ad for Breath of Fire in here. Yeah, it's funny. What the hell do you call it? Hold on. Every fighting game had a Bruce Lee type character. It's kind of interesting, but it's like Mortal Kombat had a Bruce Lee type character since the beginning. You know, Liu Kang was in the first Mortal Kombat game. Martial Law, who was Tekken's Bruce Lee character, he was in Tekken 1. But it's like, you know, Street Fighter didn't have one right away, which is, I don't know, I just think that's kind of interesting. There's a mana in here. Next we have volume 63. I think I remember my brother having this one too. Some interesting games in here. Not a great issue, in my opinion, but whatever. I think I just bought it because it was like I saw it or something. I was like kind of a whim buy. Oh, this is a good one. Volume 64. Which has a lot of sequel titles in it, like Mortal Kombat 2. And then there's... Where is it? Oh, there it is. Unfortunately, I took some of the pages out because I took for the poster. Pocky and Rocky 2. I think it shows all the... Oh, yep, there they are. And there was another one. This was another one I remember I loved looking at as a kid. I mentioned that there was Pocky and Rocky 2. I mentioned that was in here. I mean, Donkey Kong... Oh, jeez, what the fuck? Mortal Kombat 2, excuse me. What the hell is it? Well, it's in here somewhere. It's Super Bomberman 2. I'm pretty sure it's this issue. Blackthorn, that's a good game. Killer Instinct preview. Oh, here we go. Super Bomberman 2. This one's got shelf wear on it. Volume 65. Illusion of Gaia. Power Rangers. Now we get to the year 95. We got Volume 7D. Volume 7D. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Volume 74. Donkey Kong Land. Now This one unfortunately got wet, volume 77. And why does it say hot news on Baby Mario's butt? That's a little, yeah. But yeah, this one covers Yoshi's Island, Mortal Kombat 3. Or no, maybe it was just an ad for Mortal Kombat. Oh, never mind. Now we're getting into the N64 territory. Volume 81. This is when they didn't put the N labels on. Which had Killer Instinct, Gold, Mega Man X3, I believe. Super Mario RPG, Volume 82. You know, nice Mario RPG thing in there. And volumes, I don't know. The thing is ripped right where the number would be. Hang on. Jeez, what issue is it? 87. There we go. Tetris Attack, one of the last games to be released for the Super Nintendo. I love that game. Neighbor and I played the crap out of that. And now we have volume 98, I believe. Yep, Star Fox 64, one of my favorite games of all time. A little ad for Banjo-Kazooie in here. Volume 118, Tonic. I always wanted to play that game. I never got around to it. Tonic Trouble. Vigilante 8. Oh my god. That's a classic. Duke Nukem 0 Hour. Rampage Universal Tour. I remember renting that. I didn't like it as much as World Tour, but it was still pretty good. Volume 125. It's got Pokemon on the cover, Gauntlet on the back. Pokemon Yellow, to be more precise. Army Men, Sergeants, Heroes. That's a great game. Nice little Pokemon comic in here. I think this is the last one I have. It's volume, or out of the Nintendo Power anyway, volume 169. This one was when Link was in Soul Calibur 2, the GameCube version. You know, Xbox had Spawn and PS2 had Hayachi. That was kind of cool how they did that. And then I have a couple of Sega Visions magazines. And what the hell does it say? Whoops. You didn't hear that. Oh, it doesn't say, but it's on here somewhere. Oh, here it is. April, May of 93. Not bad, little magazine. And we have this one, which is June, July of 93. Yeah, these Sega ones aren't too great, but hey, it's it's like the rival to Nintendo Power, so to speak, so why not? And then finally we have February, March of 94, which is graced by Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which is when Knuckles made his debut, and he's been my favorite Sonic character ever since. So, those are my game magazine collections and whatnot. Like I said, I'll be taking a break next week. Might be back the following week. Most likely will be. And like I said, we'll see if my camera's working by then. Until then, no. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Whatever. Have a nice day.